Hey everyone, I'm Rob Franek. I'm Editor-in-Chief here at the Princeton Review. Folks, you and your teachers may have switched over to online learning in a real hurry last spring, but now, as high schools as well as colleges make decisions about whether and how to reopen in-person classes, you may still have some classes that you'll be taking online, or at least partially online. So now, with the benefit of some hindsight, my friends, you can set aside and set yourself up for success if you're going back to school fully online or as part of a hybrid online in-person model. Even if you're going back to class fully in person, you are likely to need to make greater use of online forms of communication, since socially distanced in-person interactions present challenges all their own. So let's take this opportunity together to talk about 5 ways that you can make online instruction work for you, and I'm going to say it out loud, even capitalize on the advantages of virtual learning so that it benefits you. Friends, you can do much more than just get by. We believe that you can thrive, and here's how. Number 1, stay organized. It might seem obvious, but it is super important now more than ever to put every single class and every single assignment into one big calendar, because you're likely not going to have the same in-person cues and reminders that you'd get in an ordinary semester. The kind where you're walking to class and your classmates are talking about an upcoming response paper, or where your professors at the conclusion of one class remind you to do the reading for the next week's time. You will have to take the initiative to stay on top of your assignments. You'll also have to make sure that you attend all of your classes. This is especially true if you have lectures that are asynchronous, meaning that the videos for those classes have been pre-recorded so that you can watch them at any time. Sometimes too much flexibility is not a good thing, so give yourself less flexibility. Set aside dedicated time to watch those lectures and then stick to your schedules. Folks, the habits that you cultivate now will serve you well after the pandemic in your educational pursuits, but further into your professional life. Which leads me to my second point. Now that you have a handle specifically on what to do and when to do it, there's one more thing that you need to add to that giant calendar, and that is virtual office hours. Those are schedules for your instructors who are offering those office hours. And the reason that you should add those and that you should go to those virtual office hours if your instruction makes them available. If you need to sign up for a particular slot, then do it and then add it to your calendar. Now, if you're like our students at the Princeton Review, you might be worried that you might have nothing to talk about. But folks, keep in mind that you don't have to prepare any earth-shattering topic of conversation to enter into that virtual office hour. You simply need to do the reading or the problem set and then come with questions or ideas. Now remember, you aren't likely going to have as many face-to-face interactions going into the new semester, so you want to ensure, number 1, that your instructors know who you are and that they know that you're a serious learner. And second, that you're understanding the material as you go along. Now, you don't have to go every week to a virtual office hour, but you should make it a habit to go regularly. Problems are, of course, much easier to address when you can catch them early. Plus, you'll be glad that you did when it comes to exam time or final papers or, of course, final grades. Absolutely, the long-term benefit of doing this is that you'll be able to sharpen your communication and your networking skills, which will always, always serve you well. Leads me to my third point. If you'll be taking online classes, treat those classes with just as much seriousness as you would in-person classes. Whether they're synchronous, meaning live, or as we discussed, asynchronous, meaning pre-recorded. Arrive to those classes on time. Take notes. If the lesson is happening in real time, ask questions. Engage with the material. And reiterating what we just talked about in number 1, put the class on your schedule and go to class. Ironically, many people find it much easier to skip class when all you need to do is log in rather than get up and get dressed and physically travel to a classroom. Now, as I said earlier, if your class is asynchronous, put time in your schedule to regularly do the classwork, just as you would in a live synchronous Of course, leads me to my fourth point. Try to replicate all of the supports that you have under ordinary circumstances. We've already talked about this, but showing up to classes virtually, to those office hours, and making sure that the class schedule is fully incorporated into your schedule. You can, of course, email your instructor if you have questions, but beyond that, make sure that you're an engaged member of your class community. Create or join a small virtual study group. Set up online meetings. Talk about the material and test each other. Keep your peer-to-peer connections strong. A huge part of the educational experience will be the relationships that you'll cultivate with classmates. Friends, the way that you work together may have changed, but the fact of it doesn't need to. Make the effort, of course, to build productive, collaborative experiences with your classmates. Those skills will, of course, help you in graduate school, the workforce, and life beyond. I'm going to leave you with this, the fifth and certainly last but not least of the points that I want to make. Do everything that you can to get yourself into work mode, and I mean both physically as well as psychologically. And what that means is set up your desk or your table or wherever you're working like a workstation. Ideally, you'll have a table and or a chair or a desk and a chair. All the better if your workstation is a room with a door that closes. If you live with family members, ask them to not disturb you to the greatest extent possible. You wouldn't want your little brother joining your English seminar in person, then make sure that he doesn't inadvertently walk into the room while your online version is going on. Now, it's important to note and to acknowledge that we all know these are unusual times and the occasional interruption is not a big deal. But the more you can set up your online learning so that it feels like learning, the better. And to that end, wear clothes that you would have normally worn to an in-person lecture. In all of these ways, you're sending yourself signals that school, even online school, is a serious enterprise. And those cues can help you create and maintain the educational rhythms that you've become accustomed to, and that will help you succeed in class and beyond. Again, finding ways to adapt to changing circumstances will benefit you throughout, of course, your education as well as your professional career. So get good at doing that right now. Folks, if you have another tip or strategy, please leave it right here in our comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching these videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for the latest updates about exams and admission and online learning and a whole bunch more. Rob Franek, I'll see you back here real soon. Take care.